Good morning, everybody. Hello. It is Friday, April 29th. I had to look at the calendar. 2022. I hope everyone has had a great week. It has been a crazy week here. I did a Patreon live last night, and we talked about how this week has seemed kind of strange. And almost like yesterday, I thought it was Friday all day. I really felt like I was missing my life. So I'm so happy to be here with you. I have been a die cut crazy woman all week long. I have done so much die cutting, and I'm really excited about today's project. So I am hoping you guys are excited too. We are probably going to jump in really quick today. I have a very ambitious goal to make 5 cards on camera with you. I have already made 5. So what we're doing today hopefully lends itself really well to mass producing. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I have really been interested in mass producing lately. So we're going to be using new Concord and 9th products. If you don't know, I mention it quite a bit, but I am a quilter and a cross stitcher, as well as a card maker and paper crafter, all of the things. And so when I saw Concord and 9th's latest release, I was like on it. I had to have it right away. I purchased it the minute it went live because it's kind of all quilting, or kind of sewing related, I guess I should say. So that was what I was really excited about. I'm going to fix something here that's bothering me on my screen. Never mind me. I want to tell my replay crew, thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate all of them. I do read them all. I have not been as good at getting replies to all of them here lately, but I'm trying. It's been a little bit of a hectic few weeks. So anyway, I am excited to craft with you today. Let me see if there is anything. Oh my goodness, we have some real early birds. Amy from Hawaii, she is always up, and I cannot believe it. It is so early there. So thank you. And then everybody on the West Coast, I know it's early, but thank you for joining me. Hello. Kelly says she's here for all of the things. I love it. Okay, you guys. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you what we're making. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about my thought process, and then we're going to get to crafting. Let me see. So this is the card set we're going to be making today. I am going to end up with 10 cards by the time we're all done. I do want to preface this. I do try to tell you guys when it's super quick and easy. These cards are easy to put together. What takes so long is the prep work. This is a lot of die cutting. So I would definitely try to not do all of this in one day. I did. My hands so hurt when I was done because I not only did this, but I have another project that is going to go up a little later today on my channel, which was lots of die cutting as well. I don't know. Like I said, I was a crazy woman this week. So this is what we're going to be making. Oh, Jungle Abara, I'm excited to make a live. She's usually part of the replay crafty crew. That is awesome. So I hope you guys are excited about this as I am, because I went way extra, way extra, because I love it so much. You definitely know when I love something because I go way over the top. I'm going to show you really quick what inspired my project. These are the Concord and 9th So Lovely stamp set, and then the coordinating dies, which you will notice that there are a lot of those. Let's do this so that it's not so wonky. So we're going to be using this little swatch here. I cut 2 of those pieces, one from pattern paper and one from white cardstock. I'm going to use the bigger spool. There's a big and a small. We're using the pins. I did not die cut the tops of the pins, but you can for a contrasting color if you want to. I'm going to use Pretty Pink Posh Pearls instead. I liked that little bit of embellishment. That's the extra. Jessie, yes, it's way extra. I wanted to be upfront with you guys that I went way, way extra. So for sure, extra. We're using the 2 round buttons. I'm not a huge fan of square buttons. I think it's cute, but the size of these is amazing. I love round. So I did die cut these, and then I did thread them, and I want to show you because I get asked this all the time. This is, oh, I want to say it's like crochet thread. Oh, I probably forgot the name. I got rid of the labels a long time ago. I've had this forever. I get it at Hobby Lobby. So if you have a Hobby Lobby, I actually have not looked. I was just in there yesterday too. I have not looked in ages, but I have these in like every color it comes in because it's thin, but it's thicker than embroidery floss. So that's what I used. We're sewing that through every button. We've got the needle, the thread, and I think that's it from this. So this again is called So Lovely. I've linked to it below. Then we are using all 3 of the pinwheel quilt tops, or all of the quilt tops. This is pinwheel, which I only did one of these for our video today because it's a little bit, you can see it's got a lot more pieces. Well, it can. You could use the big piece if you don't want to do as many. The geometric quilt top. I love this one. And the chevron quilt top. Who am I kidding? I love them all. So these are the 4 new products from Concord and 9 that I'm showcasing. Then what I knew I wanted to use this. What inspired me was, let me grab it here. Good morning, everyone. Just coming in. Hello, hello. Kelly, copy away. Let me see why that's not popping up. Okay, I had to fix something on my end. So what inspired, or what I decided to use as my base, is the Lawn Fawn Flower Market Petite paper pack. So when die cutting, I always am looking for tiny patterns. And this paper pad is awesome. You can see that there's going to be a floral and a stripe in each of the colorways. I'm only not using gray, mostly because, you guys, I'd already die cut so much I was tired. I'm flat honest, I love the gray. The gray was what I wanted to use first, and then I was like, you know what, we're going to go colorful. I'm probably going to make more of these cards to give as gifts because I love them that much. But we're using these 5 colorways. We're going to do pink, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And as you probably noticed, all of our cards are monochromatic. But because there's only 2 patterns in each, I went to my stash. So I went to my stash, and I suppose I got these out of order. And I wanted to show you that I went to my stash and I pulled Doodlebug pattern paper. If you've been here a while, you know that me and Doodlebug are we're besties. I love Doodlebug pattern paper. And I tried to pick something that went. So while the purples might not go great with the background, I thought it pulled out the color of like the leaves. So that's what I did for the purple. And obviously I have lots of scraps, but we're die cutting small things, so I hold on to all of my scraps. Then blue, we have the 2 blues here. And then this blue went so amazing. And then I think this must have been from a Valentine's pack. Some of this, may still be available and some may not. But they have a lot of patterns that are close. I think I forgot to link to Doodlebug down below, so I need to do that. So I'm sorry, you guys. The green, I again just tried to pick something that maybe picked up the darker tones in the green. So this is going to give you a real good idea of how I quilt because I'm a kind of a monochromatic girl at heart. I do like lots of color, but I love mixing from different collections and in my fabric and in my paper. Now, pink was tricky. I did not have anything in this pink colorway really pattern paper wise. Pinks, for some reason, I think are hard to match. So instead of trying to match, I actually just tried to pull out the darker tone, and I went with more of a red. Cassie says Doodlebug heart. Exactly. Chrislyn says this release is amazing. It so is. It's like literally, it just spoke to my heart. And then yellow, this is more probably orangey, although I think on camera it looks yellow, but I really liked how that went. So that's my pattern paper, you guys. I wanted to show you how I went about this. I pulled all my pattern paper. I pulled all my cardstock. I did put my cardstock away. There's no point in getting it out. I went through my stash and pulled colors that were similar. And I did all that die cutting at once as well. Our spools are from Neenah Desert Storm, and then our base is some Neenah cardstock. So, shall we make some cards? Before we get started, I do want to remind you guys to please like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Hit the notification bell if you would. I so appreciate it. And thank you in advance. So I am going to move these out of the way, and we're going to grab all of our supplies. I did do a ton of prep off camera, and that's just because very ambitious. I'm hoping we get through all of these. I suppose green is on top, so we're just going to start with green. It's on top of my pile. I can see things are falling out, which is awesome. So here we go. I tried to be organized about this. Oh, I do want to talk about this. I did all my stamping off camera today, so we could just kind of put together and talk about that. How I did my little fabric swatch tag. The thing that I think is brilliant, and let's go ahead. Where is my green one? I'm missing some. Where do you suppose they are? Because I stamped them all. Oh, here they are. So what is awesome about this is, do you see that it die cuts these two little slits up here? You can slip your needle or a pin through. Now, I think it's kind of hard. Christy says, you haven't even started making the cards and I've already ordered the whole C9 bundle. I love it. That's so awesome. Catherine says she loves Concord and 9th. Me too. I love it. Kelly, thanks for reminding everybody to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Ooh, Jennifer Morrell says, first time live watcher. I love that. Good morning from Las Vegas, Cynthia. Hi, Linda. Okay, so these little slits. The pins, I die cut the pins and the needles from Simon Says Stamp. It's easier said than shown, I guess. Matte silver cardstock, but it is kind of thin. So I'm going to show you the easy way to place it in. If you have a Spellbinders Tool-in-One or something else kind of sharp like this, I just carefully put the tip through and I lift it up a tiny, tiny bit. And then you should be able to kind of put your finger back here and guide it right through like that. So it is amazing. All right, so we're talking about how I stamped this. So this has the little slits in it. I did stamp the little cross stitch hearts in the background in a tone-on-tone color. It's really subtle, but I didn't want a solid white background. And I wanted it to be light so it didn't compete with my greeting. And then I went straight with just VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and we are stamping You're So Lovely on each of them. And then I stamped each of these little lines of text. So some may say so many thanks. Some will say so happy for you. And some will say love you so. You could definitely keep it the same. This is part of my extra coming through where I had to use it all. So that is how that tag was made. We're going to start by building our background. And we've already slipped our little pin through. I die cut that fabric swatch twice, and the second one from the pattern paper that I was kind of highlighting. So I loved the small size and scale of the little flowers, and so much fun. Oh, Jennifer says she stumbled on my channel yesterday and binge watched. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Thank you. So because this die cuts those little slits up at the top, If you wanted to layer them like this, you're going to see that. Now you could put another pin through here if you wanted to. What I opted to do though was I flipped it upside down so that it's going to be hidden and you're never going to see those little spots. So I actually just take some tape runner and I put it back behind where the pin is. So I like to slide the pin through first, and that's going to secure the pin, but I don't have to glue it on the front. And then I'm just going to offset it like this, and we'll set that aside. Next, we have our background. This is the Chevron quilt top background. Hello, Fenella. Hello, hello. Okay. This was my, if I can get away with not using liquid, I'll show you there's things I do use liquid on. I literally just kind of went in on the background and added tape runner. I know it's not even very neat and nice, but so we'll do most of the area. And then I have already die cut everything. I'm just going to start layering. That's all there is to it. And I'm glad I have a guide because I really can't remember what I did. I will say I'm pretty sure I messed up my die cutting somewhere along the way. I may have to die cut some more stuff off camera later. We're not going to do that today though. So what is everyone's weekend plans? I would love for you to let me know in the chat. This is Lawn Fawn, Doodlebug, Doodlebug. Okay, what did Jennifer Spence say that was so funny? I missed it because everybody's laughing here. Did you guys go buy everything? It's just so good. I can hold off for a lot of things, but I've just been in a, well, first of all, I've been stitching like a mad woman lately. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff prepped to quilt this weekend. So there's my weekend plans. But I just love it. So I love that I could kind of create something similar on paper. Oh yeah, I think I have to piece this one together. Well, maybe I won't have to. On my original, I ran out of this pattern paper. I decided it didn't matter, and I just pieced it together. Oh, thank you, Megan. You guys are so nice to me. Jennifer says yes, buying all the things. It's true. It's just so true. These companies just keep bringing out better and better and product, and I just can't not have it. It's so good. Let me grab my scissors. And like I said, this was one of those things that I was really excited about just because the sewing theme is fun. And this is some of the best sewing themed product I've ever seen. So paper product. All right. Sandy says she wants to finish May birthday anniversary cards and Mother's Day cards and front porch treats. Oh, I love that. Linda says celebrating 51st anniversary on Sunday along with Mother's Day. Well, congratulations. That is amazing. So for the rest of my corners, I chose not to fill in the little teeny tiny areas. Jennifer said, starting to purge the house for a garage sale. I have to say, Jennifer, that doesn't sound fun. I'm sorry. There's almost nothing I hate. I have some stuff in my garage that I need to get rid of. So I'm just putting it off. I've been putting it off for a while. Now this one will hang off, and yes, I did use some liquid adhesive. Whoops, here. I'm going to just let that sit for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and take our little layered piece, and I'm sure this will not shock anyone except, oh, there it is. I'm going to use lots of foam adhesive. Ruth, hello from Australia, your first live. I'm so excited you're here. Welcome. Jessie, this is called a Glue Glider Pro. I've had it for a million years. I believe I got it from Simon Says Stamp. Amazon has it as well. And I like it. It's really sticky and it's small. It's not like, is it called ATG? I've never had an ATG, but I think that's what it's called. It's not as big as that, so the size works really well for me. Megan is making cards tonight with the girls. Oh, that sounds so fun. Kelly says hubby and son will be turkey hunting. So she's working on Mother's Day cards with her daughter. Oh, I love that. So something I found, because I know I want to put my spool here on this side, is that I need to shift this over just a little bit. And I'm trying to keep this part straight. This will be more at an angle. And it's not shifted too much, but just a tad. And it makes everything work out better. So we need a spool. We have our 2 layering pieces. I think I forgot to show this. For the large spool, you can layer these 2. You don't have to, but you can layer 2 if you want to. The small spool only has 1. I have plans for this guy too. I ran out of time. I literally could have made cards. I mean, so many cards. So we need 2 more pins. And that's the other thing. I actually see the die for the pens. Die cuts 3 at a time. So I die cut this 10 times because I made 10 cards. And I'm using 3 per card. And we need our needle. And then we've got our little piece of thread. Christy said shopping for mother of the bride dress. Well, good luck. That is so exciting. Cassie says doing yard work. Fenella says watch the paper quilt cards you made on Simon's channel. They came out so great. Thank you. I've been, it's a theme lately apparently. Huh. I have been all about the quilty cards. I'm going to go ahead and liquid glue and place the bigger, thicker layer down on my spool. Again, the spool was die cut from Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. I thought about trying to find kind of a wood grain pattern paper, and I laid a few out and none of them looked great. It's the little things in card making. You're fine. You're here. And the replay is always available. Karen is crafting all weekend. Oh, it's the first time you've had a free weekend in a while. We should be crafting together, Karen. Oh, man. So there is my little spool. Now, before I attach it to my card, I'm going to grab a foam adhesive square. This part's kind of tricky, but I like how it looked. I'm going to take my pins, and I'm going to just kind of figure out how to stick them back behind my spool like so. And I'm going to take my foam adhesive square and secure them. You could glue them, oops, and see that's totally not straight. You could glue them down if you wanted to as well. First, that'd probably be easier. I was trying to eliminate that step. And then I place my foam adhesive just along the right side. Karen, we totally should. Let's talk after this since we were texting before. And then I had to stop texting to do my live. So I will talk after this. I'm going to put my spool down here just to the right, and where it overlaps, that's why I didn't put foam adhesive there. Next, I'm just going to put some little dabs of glue on my pins. And I suppose that's the one I didn't leave out. It is. Darn it. Let me get rid of my couple things here that are in my way. So, I only have 4 of these little trays, and I kept my pearls in that. Karen, you're totally fine. I was multitasking. Lori's here too. Yes. Lori says get up here ASAP. Lori, are you not camping this weekend? All right. So in my little tray, I'm looking for, I think they're the next to smallest. They're not the teeniest tiny size. So I put liquid glue on my pin tops, and this is where I didn't use the coordinating die. A, I was tired of die cutting, and B, there are so many good colors of these pretty pink posh pearls, and they coordinated, and I thought the dimension was amazing. So we're just going to replace make the little pin tops with the pearls. Lori says, wait to see the text thread. Awesome. I can feel it buzzing in my pocket. Or I could. Oh my gosh. Hello from Japan. Hello. And yes, Tracy, you could do shading on the thread to give it contrast. You could even use a couple different shades of cardstock. I was tired. And literally, I felt like all I had done was die cut for days. You'll see why when my other video goes up later today. Between this one and my Year of Christmas video, it was a die cut palooza. But I love it. All right, I threaded my little piece of thread through the eye of the needle. And then I'm just going to kind of lay it down where they join. And I'm going to just do it like that. So this end is up on something that is on foam adhesive. Where are my, oh, there they are. So what I like to do, there's glue on that. I'm just going to take my tweezers and hold that down. And I see that I made a little bit of a glue mess that I'm going to clean up. Next, we're not going to do this part on camera. I was literally doing all of these right before we went live. You're camping. Yes, I figured you were. I threaded all of these with that crochet thread. And then I backed each with foam adhesive. So I basically made a little sticker out of all of them. You could leave the thread off. This was me being extra. And then we're going to take our coordinating cardstock buttons and pop them on our background. And that is it. So it is a lot of die cuts and a lot of steps, but look how cute, you guys. It's like a little quilt out of paper. Okay, Jennifer says, I'm really considering getting an electric die cutting machine. Which machine? I have the Gemini and I've never loved it. I'll be flat honest. I almost considered getting it back out. I'm so mad at my Spellbinders machine. That's a whole nother story. I've loved it forever, but I've been having a ton of trouble with it. So I don't know. If people have a good electric die cutting machine, tell me what it is, because I would like to know. Tracy says, I can't imagine why. Yes, with the waffle flower brushes, Tracy, that would be really, really cute. The pearls do make it look good, Megan. Oh, thank you, Karen. All right, let's make another background. This is the geometric quilt builder background. I want to make sure I show you all the different ones. We're going to save the hard one for last, apparently. The pinwheel, even though I absolutely love it. So you can see there's going to be quite a bit more white space. The one we just made was pretty much full coverage with pattern paper. This is going to have some white space. So I kind of consider this my background. The white is my background fabric for the quilters out there. And we're going to do like this shape here and some of the little half square triangles or flying geese, whatever they are supposed to be here. The Anna Griffin Express was good, but there's also the new Sizzix switch. I thought about the Impress. Okay, Tracy doesn't like our Gemini either. And Tracy got the Sizzix, but it's still in the box. Okay, Tracy, you're going to need to get it out of the box. Here's your homework. No, I'm just kidding. I need to know because my hands really, they still hurt. I just cranked and cranked and cranked, and it was a lot. So we're going to slow this one down. Let's put our green pearls away too. So I've mentioned before, I love, love, love these little triangle trays because you can just slide your embellishments back in the container or bag. Kathy has both impress machines and never had a problem. Very satisfied. That's kind of what I was leaning, but I wanted to know. Gemini Junior. Mini impress. Okay, you guys, thank you for all of the suggestions. Keep them coming. Replay crew, you guys definitely let me know in the comments as well because I am looking to get something different. I don't know. I feel like it's time. And I really feel like I need an electric machine. Yep. So many say they hate cranking. Me too. And literally, I spent quite a bit of time flattening my plates. I've flattened them multiple times now, and they didn't stay flat at all. Like within an instant, they were already warped again, and they are so hard to go through, and they bounced, and things kept falling on the floor. I should film a behind the scenes of me prepping for a comedy. It's the bloopers reel. That's what it is. The bloopers reel. You guys probably wouldn't want to come back. I was so mad. I was so mad. We're going to do this little inside. Oh, you know what? I don't think. Oh, yeah, maybe I did. I don't think I put that down very good. Oh, it let me pull it up. It usually doesn't, so I wasn't sure. Oh, you guys are leaving me so many comments I can't keep up. I'm going to go back as soon as we're done and read through them because I want to know. I'm really itching for a new machine. I'm really itching for a new machine. All right, so there's that. I'm not going to worry about the center because, again, let's see where that's at. Also, I smudged this with black ink, but I think the spool will cover it. I kind of kept double checking. Like a lot of this centerpiece is covered, but there's bits of it that peek out, so felt like I was better safe than sorry. All right, for our corners, I'm going to start here, and I tried to kind of follow a pattern, if you will. So this is going to be floral. And we're going to take our little floral, which is what we die cut the swatch from. And I'm using an embellishment wand. We're going to go ahead and just pop this down in place. Okay, you guys are giving all of the best tips. Thank you. I know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to be researching all of your comments and then seeing what I'm going to do. Hopefully by next week I'll have a plan or have ordered something. And then I just really wanted it to have a pattern. You guys, it can totally be random. If you want it, like quilt makers, if you want it to be more scrappy, you can definitely do that. I tend to like a little bit of a pattern. So that's how I came about this. I just tried to keep all of the pieces facing in towards the center, the same pattern paper. And that is not straight. And then I'm going to go in with all of these, and there's not very many. And this is going to be that same polka dot Doodlebug paper. And this one comes together really fast. The chevron and the geometric come together really fast. Then we have our little, I already put my pen through this one apparently. I'm going to secure that with my tape runner. We're going to kind of layer that off center. And then foam adhesive. Good morning from El Salvador. Is it, I'm probably going to say it wrong. Is it Lilia? I'm probably wrong. Oh, Christine, the Mini Impress has slimline plates for full-sized slimline cards, so no more die cut and flip. Oh my goodness. Oh, no way to do hot foil on the Impress. Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of my spellbinders. I just need something when I want to die cut a bunch that doesn't hurt my hands. That's basically what I'm looking for. Okay, let's just snip off this little bit here. And let's get a spool. Hello, Melinda. The Cherry Crafter, do you still use your scan and cut? I absolutely do. But I also, you know, sometimes I die cut with the coordinating dies. Sometimes and then like these are all standalone dies. So you still need a manual or an electronic die cutting machine for that. I love when I get spam calls in the middle of my live. So irritating. And I have been getting loads of spam calls lately. Has anyone else been getting a lot of spam calls? So weird. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. That's so nice of you to say thank you. So again, I feel like this is the trickiest part, just holding these in place. I can't even believe that this is what I think is tricky. I like to have my pins kind of one higher than the other, and then just pop a little foam adhesive there on the right side to hold them down. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting rid of my manual die cutting machines. I'm looking for something, like I said, just when I am doing mass producing, this is a great example. My A Year of Christmas cards is going to be another good example. If I had something that would save my hands, it would be great. Let's go ahead and do the little pin toppers. This is so funny, but this literally is one of my favorite parts of the card. I think the little pin toppers make it. So here's some blue colors. And do I have these in every color? I sure do. I went and bought every color of Pretty Pink Posh Pearls that there is. I'm loving them. There we go. So much fun. Christy. That's funny. You made me laugh. Hello, WJ's Crafting Corner. Hello. Oh, Kelly, that's crazy. What? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Well, and so I asked my son, my youngest son, who's still on my phone plan, I said, are you getting a bunch of calls? And he goes, oh, all the time. And then yesterday I got a text from somebody who said, I don't know who you are. And they did the U and the R, not spelling out the words. but stop calling me. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just deleted it. I didn't respond because you're not supposed to respond, I guess. I'm like, I'm not contacting you. Thank you. I don't text people I don't know. There's our little needle and thread. And then my pre-made sticker buttons here. And you can use embroidery floss if that's what you have. Probably that's one of the more common things. That would be really cute as well. And there is our little blue card. Now, all of these, I haven't placed the ones we're making right now, but you want to put them on a card base, which I'll do when we're done. We want to craft right now. We don't want to, let's see. Let's make our red one since that's the other different one. And then whatever time we have left today, I will make the others. And then if I have to, I can finish off camera. Okay, Catherine, thanks for joining for a little bit today. I appreciate it. Debbie J's, I get those all the time too from random people saying, hey, we want to buy, is your home for sale? No. Oh gosh, Kim, really? You get spam calls about reducing your student loan and you don't have one. Awesome. Okay, so this is the pinwheel background, and as you can see, lots of space. Actually, before we do that, I don't want to waste my time adhering any of these triangles where I'm going to cover them up. So let's figure out where that's going to go first. So I'm going to take my Tool-in-One again, and we're just going to pop up those little die cuts slits here. Oh, I already have a pin. A little paper pin out. Yep, I don't answer the phone unless I know who's calling either. They can leave a message if it's somebody who really needs to talk to me. Especially, so the calls I've been getting say they're from where I used to live. And actually, I do have financial services and stuff from a company there. And I guess I thought dumbly, whoops, I got adhesive everywhere, that maybe they were calling from a different number. And so I answered one time and I was like, yeah, no, they'll just text me or email me if I don't answer the first time or leave me a message. Okay, that's going to go about there. So this gives me a really good idea. I miss what Kelly did. Sew a needle pulling thread. Oh, yes, yes, I love it. I wish I could play that music. That would be so fun. Okay, so we're going to build some little pinwheels. I don't think I have this going the same direction. Let's start. There we go. So it's going to be like this. I'm going to build this one first. And what I did was I used 2 fabrics, 2 papers, 2 patterns per pinwheel. So we're going to do a stripe and a heart. And I know the hearts are not going the right direction. If this was a fabric project, that would probably drive me crazy. I am one of those people who like my text and my directional designs going the right way. But for paper, I don't care that much. So I didn't worry about trying to die cut it, especially because this was literally a scrap that I had left and I didn't have enough to waste to try to make it all go the right way. I hope that makes sense. My quilter friends out there, my sewer friends, you guys know what I'm saying. Everyone else is probably like, who cares? Oh, Kim, that's a good point. I didn't even think about the impress maybe being loud. If anyone can chime in on that and let me know, that would be great. Oh, Kelly says she hears it's not very quiet. Fantastic. Reason to buy. Sandy says she loves pinwheels. Me too. Aren't they awesome? And this one literally is time consuming only. It's not hard. It's only because it has so many pieces. So then the next pinwheel is going to be a plaid. So I did like more of a red and a pink per pinwheel so that it would have nice contrast. So it's going to be a little plaid or a little gingham and then a little teeny tiny heart. Heart. Flower. Oh my gosh. Nichol. Oh, Judy, it's your second live, but you always catch the replays. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're having your whole family over, first time in a couple years. That is amazing. Enjoy. That is so wonderful. Oh, the Impress is somewhat loud, but not as loud as the Gemini. I think the Gemini is super loud. In fact, okay, if my Gemini wasn't in the box underneath the stairs, we call it, for anyone who's a fan of Harry Potter, we call it the cubby under the stairs in our house. It's finished and everything. And we always laugh that it could be a room for someone, but not really. Anyway, it's clear in the back corner back there. And, oh, I don't think I need to do all those. I don't. So I only need to do like those top 4. That's okay. I added glue. If it wasn't down there, I probably would have gone and got my Gemini. Although I think that the cutting pads I have for it are terrible warped. So I don't know that my results would have been any better. I just couldn't bring myself to even go down and get it. It's in the basement. Well, conflicting reports. It looks like Sandy says that she doesn't think it's loud. Loud would not be an issue here for me, so that probably won't be a deterrent. I just need something that works really good and hopefully doesn't warp super bad. I'm not going to actually add any to these. We're going to add some up here. And that one's going to be a stripe and a heart. Impress. Oh, okay. Yes, I agree with Kim. Thanks everybody for the input today on die cutting machines. I'm actually really anxious to go through and read that. Jennifer says I have a Harry Potter closet too. Yay. I'm glad it's not just us. I always think, are people going to think I'm weird if I say that? They probably don't know what I'm talking about. But we are weird. We always joke about that in my family. We're just like, let's just embrace our weirdness. Platinum 6. I have total warping with my Platinum 6. Just as bad as my big one. I bought the 6. I had for the longest time, I only had the big guy. And oh man. I bought the 6 for camera work or video work, pardon me, and I have not had good luck. All right, I think we just need to do, I don't even know if we need to do very many down that way because I think the spool covers it up. I think on my prototype there, I did. Not thinking about the spools. I'm just going to leave that one maybe. And Kelly, that's exactly right. Geeky moms are amazing. Our kids are so lucky. I love that. Debbie J, you totally made me laugh. She said, no matter how weird you think you are, we're probably worse. Oh, I think weird is good. That means that you are unique. I'm going to tell myself that anyway. Fenella says they think you have a kid in the cubby. Yeah, they probably do. If I had more kids living here, I think I might sorely be tempted that the one that was making me mad lived there. I'm just kidding. I said, hey, at least it's finished. It has a light and carpet. They even painted It's not that bad. Throw a little air mattress on the floor. Good to go. Magic mat helps with the warping. I don't have a magic mat, and I literally know hardly anything about it. I think I need to research that as well. So as you can see, I saved the most time-consuming one design for last. I don't think we're going to get all 5 made today, but at least I'll get all 3 different designs made so you can see. Whoops, I got some hair. See how they come together. It might not be the speediest project, but it's so much fun. And it really is easy. Mostly because I feel like it's a puzzle where you're just building all the little pieces. And I would highly suggest like a little tray. I always use this little baking tin. Use something to sort all of your little shapes in. If you're going to do some mass producing, it helps a ton. I think we only need to do that part. So what else is new, everyone? I always like to ask. So obviously I'm excited about Concord and 9th. Is there anything else new that I maybe have missed that's amazing? Let's see. I think we about have all of our background, at least what I'm going to do, the part I'm going to do. I think we have most of that. I'm going to double check it. So I just don't want to, there's no sense in wasting. Like I could use all these pieces for another card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my background. I'm going to lay it out. I think I need to add one right here. And that gives you a really good idea of where you maybe missed. So we're going to take our background. We're going to lay that there. Hi, Sandy. Yes, the cards are so much fun. There's actually a whole set. I'm going to lay my background. I'm going to lay my spool. That looks good. So at this point, we can just go ahead and finish this one. And I probably won't show the yellow and purple since they're going to be repeats of the other 2 designs that we did first. Because you guys probably don't want to just watch me gluing stuff down. But I'll finish those off camera, and then I already have finished samples, so I'll show those again here at the end of the video too. And I'm going to just line that up. I've got, I used raspberry cardstock here. I went with more of the red. Again, I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Pink, sometimes for me, and I think this in fabric too. Anyone else think pinks are kind of hard to match? So I didn't even try. I decided to just go with a red. So this one has more contrast. Even though I would still call this more monochromatic. But that way I wasn't worried about it clashing super bad. Oh, I didn't even know the Simon Live was today. Is it for the new release? The new-ish release? I'll try to pop on for a little bit. And we're going to put our little pins back here. And secure them with our foam adhesive. I love foam adhesive. Whatever did I do without foam adhesive? And then we're just going to pop that right there. I've got my thread. I've got a little needle. Yes, Kelly, I agree. Pinks are hard to match because if they're light, they can look kind of dirty, or depending on what you try to put them with. And so if they're not all like either from the same pattern paper pack for card making or fabric line, I think they're just really hard to match. I almost always go with either, let's say if I'm using light pink, I'll use a dark pink or a red, some sort of a red. And then because the end of the thread, I want it to kind of look like it's coming from the spool. So it's up on what has foam adhesive. I like to clamp it for that to dry a little bit. I don't want to lose those, so let's put those back. And I am going to use some pinks for the tops of these pins. And I went back and forth. I thought about dark pink. I thought about red, and neither one of those looked good. I thought the light pink looked the best. It's just funny. I think you have to kind of play around with the your products and see what looks the best to your eye. And then we just have a couple of little buttons. Our little paper buttons. And there is the red version. So the yellow and purple I'm going to make later because we're almost at an hour, and these are going to be repeats of the designs I did earlier. Purple, I did chevron. The yellow, I did the geometric background. And then I will show you all of the cards one more time. And then I'm going to flip the camera around. And if you guys have questions or if you want to ask me anything, doesn't even have to really be about the cards today. It can, but whatever. We will do that for a few minutes. So, whoops. Here are the 5 cards. And I totally missed so many things when I was gluing all of that down. Oh, Craft Fridays, Neenah, that sounds so much fun. I love that. Okay, you guys, if I missed your question, pop it in the chat right now. Because I really feel like I missed so much. Can you show the die set again? Yes, I can, Bonnie. So what we use today, I'm not sure which die set. Let me flip that around. I'm going to show you all of them. So this is So Lovely. This is a separate purchase, but it does coordinate with the So Lovely stamp set. So this is the So Lovely. This hello is fun too. If you want it to make it look like it's coming from the spool, it can be thread, and you can add a needle. I mean, you guys, is it not cute? I feel like I should do a whole nother live. I have so many ideas. This is the chevron quilt top, pinwheel quilt top, and geometric quilt top. Oh my gosh, Nancy's making 50 cards. That is awesome. Jenna, I'm making all of the cards with the May Mama Elephant release. Yes. For sure. Okay, let me see. Let me run back here really quick. Make sure I haven't missed anything since I asked. Christine says resisting the cover plate, but really like the chevron and pinwheel. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to buy them, but I did end up buying them from Concord and 9th because they do offer a little bit of a discount if you order them in a bundle. And I thought, I'm so glad I did. I really thought I would just pick maybe one, and I'm glad I got all 3. I don't really mean to be an enabler, but I do really love these products. So I hope you guys do too. It is so funny, Kelly, how some things strike us. It is. I agree with that. Liz, I will do more with this collection. I probably will do an edited video because I have another idea that's different than these. And so I'm hoping to do that. What pattern paper did I use? Lisa said. And you guys, I am so sorry. I forgot to link Doodlebug in the supplies, so I will. I will show you again. I did show at the beginning of the video, so you can go back and check that out. Megan says, can you do a video using the Spellbinders color block mini dies? I don't have them, Megan. I'm sorry. Neva, I sleep a lot. Okay, so the pattern paper question, I am using Flower Market mostly from Lawn Fawn. This is a new one. And then I mixed and matched in Doodlebug pattern paper. And that's all from my stash. I am going to link to some pattern paper packs. I'm going to add that right now. And it will be in my blog post that goes up tomorrow morning. And Donna says, please do another video. You have them all and love them. I will. I'm hearing from a lot of you guys that you love this. So I definitely will do another video. Thank you guys. Cassie says more cards. Smash the like, Debbie. Thank you for reminding everyone, Debbie, to do that. Cassie says after this live and last night's Patreon live, she has shopping to do. Yes. Kelly, drinking game for today. Watch it again and take a shot for each time Nichol says so. Ha ha. Yes, that's funny. Yeah, I could have designed these. I hadn't even thought of it. That's funny. It's the little things in card making. These are right up my alley. I really, really love them. Neva, I absolutely can. The plaid stamp. I will add that to my list to do. Nancy says, when you are making cards in advance for release, how long in advance do you receive the products? That totally depends on the manufacturer. Lawn Fawn, I've had the summer release, which you guys haven't seen anything about, and I don't even know the date for that because I know Christine asked me last night, and I don't know when that release is yet, scheduled for yet. I went and looked this morning. I've had those for a couple weeks, and well, I've had most of it for a week and a half maybe, and then I got the rest of it this week. Mama Elephant sends 2 months at a time. I had April and May at the same time. I've had those for quite a while. Simon says stamps new release for May. I've had for a couple weeks. So most send pretty far in advance. Some do not. Some send it so close that there's just no way I can do that because I have to sit with a product for a little bit before I have an idea. I hope that makes sense. Debbie says trying so hard not to shop. Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh, 1 a.m. in Australia. It is time for bed, Ruth. Good night. Lawn Fawn is May 19th. That sounds right. I think it's somewhere. I just couldn't find it. I know it's later in May. That seems about the right time. Christmas ideas for these dies, inks for fun. I like that idea. I hadn't even thought of that. I'll think about that a little bit. That would be a fun idea for my year of Christmas, maybe to do something, maybe Christmas in July. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I love that idea. I need to write the plaid stamp down and the Christmas with these. Let's see. Karen, yes, you do need to come play with the new Lawn Fawn. Come on up. We can craft it all. Hero Arts is coming out Monday, and you guys, I love it. There are times where, so when I get that really far in advance too. When I get the My Monthly Hero release, and I usually separate it into my favorites and then the things that aren't my favorite. Doesn't mean I don't like them, but just the things that I always do that with almost everything. I'm like, I know what I want to do with that, or I have an idea. So I always separate it. And then sometimes I pull from that other pile. It just depends. But everything went into the, oh my gosh, I want to use this. Oh my gosh, I want to use this. So I really love the Hero Arts, My Monthly Hero for May. It's good. Oh, Bonnie says she's had the Impress from Anna Griffin for over a year and loves it. That is good to know. Okay. Beautiful Christmas card quilts this collection would make. Tracy agrees with that. I agree. I'm going to write that down because I think a Christmas in July would be really fun. That could be my fun video for July. I like that. And then I'll do my other, because I have another idea that's not holiday or occasion specific. So I'm probably going to do all the videos with that now. It is hard to choose, Lee. It is very hard to choose. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. If I missed anything, leave me a comment underneath the video on YouTube when the live has ended, and I will get around to it. I need to spend a little bit of time with comments later today, so that will happen. Do stay tuned. Later, it's probably going to be early evening, I think is when I have scheduled it. I am putting up my year of Christmas for March. I realize we're in April. Things just literally got away from me, and I'm so excited about this project. I hope you guys love it too. My Patreon members got a sneak peek last night in the members only exclusive live, and it literally is one of my favorite projects. I've made a lot of things this week that I keep saying are my favorite, but it's true. So stay tuned for that. That's coming, and then new releases from Hero Arts next week and all kinds of good stuff. And I will see you all here next Friday morning. Thank you for spending some time with me, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.